Today, the world knows Nikola Tesla as an electrician, but he also made many scary inventions which are hard to believe. In 1896, he accidentally made an earthquake generator which was so big that it could fit in a pocket, and the damage was so great that it could shake a building. He tested this device in his laboratory, and the neighbors thought that an earthquake had occurred, and they came out of the building in fear. Then Tesla took the device and set out in search of an under-construction building. On the way, he saw a 10-story building in which workers were working. He placed the device on the steel frame of the building. The workers were scared and ran downstairs as if an earthquake was coming. The police were called, but Tesla put his device back in his pocket without telling anyone and left. He said that if the device had stayed there for a little longer, the whole building would have been submerged. He himself admitted this in an interview. But the question is, how can someone bring the size of a pocket device to Earth? Actually, Nikola Tesla did not want to make this device. In fact, he was working on a project that would be able to transfer energy from one place to another without a wire and without any expense. Most of his life was spent studying frequencies and vibrations. In this field, he could see and understand anything that no one could see or understand after him. His idea was that he would create a special frequency of vibration through a device and put it in the ground. These vibrations would be caught from the stones in the ground and from a receiving device lying somewhere else. Device to catch the sound, which will decode that frequency and convert it into energy or electrical current, just like a sound energy travels in the form of waves. Our world vibrates at a particular frequency at all times. This frequency varies from 7.83 Hz to 33.8 Hz. Tesla said that if he could set this small device on the vibration of the Earth, then there could be a devastating earthquake in the whole world. People used to make fun of him after hearing this, but then finally the day came when the world started taking Nikola Tesla seriously. Welcome to Economic Videos again. There is something in life that Nikola Tesla has never touched. From electricity to the fact that he can talk on the phone anywhere in the world, Nikola Tesla has always had a big hand in all this. Before him, it was very difficult to get electricity from one place to another. So, electricity could only be delivered a few meters away, and it could not run more than a small bulb. But Tesla invented alternating current and proved his ability to the world. This was the point in his life when people started taking him seriously, because now the electricity that could only be transmitted in the form of direct current a few meters away, it was converted into AC power and was now being used in factories and industries thousands of miles away. Tesla was also the inventor of the hydroelectric power system. Today, it produces 31% of the electricity in the US and 95% of the electricity in China. It was Tesla who gave the world today. But did you know that Tesla had invented more than 300 things in his life, but he was stopped from bringing them to the world? For example, he made alternating current, but now he wanted that, like wireless communication, electricity should be transported without wire. He had a lot of knowledge, but he lacked one thing, and that was money. He took this idea and went to J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan liked his idea, and he decided to give Tesla $150,000 funding. Tesla started many experiments in New York to transmit electricity without a wire. There was a tower in these experiments which people were very scared of and often complained. That's why Tesla started his experiments in Colorado and built a new 180 feet tall tower there, which cost more than necessary. Wireless electricity, and that too, using the natural vibrations of the Earth. J.P. Morgan, who funded Tesla's project, was a major investor in the electric wires and its insulation factories. In addition, J.P. Morgan was behind many copper mines in the US. Tesla has succeeded in his experiment, and if it happens, it can cause a lot of damage to his electric wires business. That's why he not only refused to give Tesla more money, but also refused other investors to invest in Tesla's project. And when he left this world, the government had taken over his property for the next 10 years. All his research work was kept secret for many years, and even after that, many people believe that Tesla's wireless electricity formula has not been made public. Now the question is, did Nikola Tesla get a secret formula? Was he really working on free electricity? Many experts believe that Nikola Tesla had understood the vibrations of the Earth well, and maybe he was going to use this vibration to introduce a new type of electricity in the world. He used to say in his life that if you want to find out the secrets of the universe, then start looking at it in the form of energy, frequency, and vibrations. Maybe they were right, because after their death, scientists started researching on frequency and vibrations, and they were surprised to see that everything in the world is vibrating at its own frequency. Understanding the frequency of one thing and then going to the other, not only can energy be transferred, but it can also be controlled. For example, these two forks have no physical connection. Their frequency is the same, that is, by tapping them once, they vibrate 440 times in a second. But surprisingly, by tapping one fork, the other fork starts vibrating automatically. If I tap this fork, putting little pulses of energy into it, the second fork will also vibrate in sympathy. The wireless energy transfer that Nikola Tesla was talking about was something like this. Maybe he had found out some secret frequency, but those documents have not been brought forward yet. That all the wars in the last 150 years have been mostly on the basis of oil. War of Gulf, Kuwaiti oil fires, Iraq War, and even in World War I and Saku, there were many operations in which oil reserves were targeted. The fossil energy that caused so many wars, if anyone can use the frequency of the Earth to create free electricity or free energy, then there is no demand for this oil in the world. In addition to all these things, Tesla had many other inventions that were either destroyed directly or not used after Tesla's death, like the death ray beam, which was a mass destruction weapon like a nuclear bomb. In 1934, in an interview, Tesla said that this weapon could kill millions of people thousands of miles away, or as far as the Earth's curve allowed us. This was Tesla's new electric weapon that could generate 50 million volts. To make a guess, the amount of volts in a skylight this weapon could generate more than 166 times more volts. Tesla also came up with the idea of a thought camera. Just like a camera can capture everything that our eyes can see, Tesla's idea was that our thoughts can also be photographed. This way, whatever a person is thinking, his thoughts will be shown as his photo. His thought camera never took a real shape, but he was inspired by this idea, and in 1895, an X-ray was invented. Nikola Tesla was a scientist and engineer who never worked for money. If he wanted, he could have made a lot of money with his invention. Like others, he could have cashed his patents like others. But when he died, he didn't have enough money to pay for his hotel bill. His death is still a mystery. On the 7th of January 1943, his dead body was found in his hotel room. Officials say that it was a natural death, but a large number of people believe that Nikola Tesla was killed. But what is the truth? Was his documents published after 10 years of his custody? Or are Tesla's few secret files still in some corner? This will probably be revealed in the future. I hope you will like and share this video of Economc.